Hello, I'm Paddy from creativemedia.org.uk. Today I'm going to have a bit of a look at this guitar. I'm probably going to be selling it, so this is the last chance to show you what it's like on a video. This here is a Fender Stratocaster. Lots of Fender Stratocasters around yet, but this is a Japanese one made between 1984 and 1987 from what I can make out from the code on the headstock here. Standard looking Fender Stratocaster headstock thing. The ears and the scratch plate and all that looks very similar, but where on earth is that jack socket which the Fender just always has? Well, it's round here. They've put it in the side, which I think is a sensible place to put it, but it does make this guitar look different from other guitars. Other things it has is a kind of whammy thing. This one's got its whammy bar missing. I've checked in here that there's still some threads. The spring mechanism works. Around the back here there's looks like a non-standard whammy mechanism has been added maybe later on by somebody. This guitar hasn't had an easy life before it came to me. There's a lot of marks on it and little bumps and bashes. The neck's nice and solid. It's not broken, definitely. And it plays very nicely. I'll do a bit of playing in a moment, but not too much because I'm not really a guitarist. I just play guitar a bit. What else has it got? A 5-position switch. I think that's fairly standard for a Stratocaster. And a tone knob, which has a center position and kind of bass sort of 0 point and a treble point. I usually leave it up at treble because I like the trebly sound. And a volume control, and this booster switch, which seems to work on this bottom pickup here for boosting it a bit. On this one I've got a different pickup. I had this fitted to try and get rid of some hum I was getting at the time. I think it's not humming at the moment, which is a good sign, but none of these pickups seem to be humming, which is great. I think it's mainly down to the equipment I was plugging it into. I've now got it plugged into an Allen and Heath mixer, which is very nice and not noisy. So this top pickup is quite quiet and a bit kind of clacky when you play right on top of it. Next one along is more practical. And as you move down, and here's the final 5th pickup. And with the boost on, and that's it, off again, on again, off, on. It does make a difference. I tended to use it for solos. I'd be playing around kind of here for the main rhythm stuff, then I'd whack that down there, stick the boost on and do my solo-y stuff up there, such as it is. At the top of this guitar there used to be a locking mechanism here. The idea was you'd tune it with the pegs and then you could lock off these with some, I think they were Allen keys, and you could do all the tuning then, just micro tuning from these adjusters here, which have a nice bit of movement. And we also have these adjusters here which are for setting up the harmonic and scales, so you can make sure your scaling tuning is all right. It's got this lovely pearl finish. It's a real shame mine's had several bumps and bashes by the previous owner. I looked after it quite well in the 18 years. Had it 18 years. But yeah, the last owner wasn't quite so careful, so it's had a few bumps. No major damage, just kind of a little bit of cracking in the beautiful pearly finish, which I don't think any other model has. This Japanese one seems to have this black and white finish which I think is actually quite attractive. For somebody, as I said, who doesn't really care much about what guitars look like, just likes to play them. I do find this one quite attractive, and when I get another one, I'd like to get one that looks similar. The bottom pickup here has adjustable pickups where you can undo or do up the screw, and that will lower or raise the pickup and make it louder or quieter. The other ones, you may be able to adjust it from inside somehow, but this one looks very much designed for adjusting there and then. I'm not sure really about this tremolo system. It moves up and down. I've not really done the extreme whammying on it. A bit of gentle movement of it with this bar put in the hole, being careful not to damage the thread at all. We'll definitely move it up and down. And the screws in here, they're clearly not standard, because I guess this hole here was designed to let you adjust it. And these look like kind of normal wood screws somebody's put in here. Doesn't look like a proper Fender item. I can bend down, but it doesn't come right up to being in tune without kind of pulling back a bit. So I think this could do with a bit of work. But it will bend up and down, which again I'm not sure if that's standard or whether most whammy bars just go down. Again, I'm not sure if this is standard, the way this pivots on these screw heads here, or whether that's a bit of a Heath Robinson thing. But it's a lovely guitar to play. A friend of mine got quite excited about it and got me into thinking about actually whether I played it enough to really warrant having such a lovely guitar as this one. So that is the Japanese E model 1984 to 1987 Fender Stratocaster. It's certainly nice to have a real Fender Stratocaster, but I'm thinking of maybe getting a Variax instead, which will give me a lot more versatility on my recording. Anyway, enjoy your guitar playing, and I hope that's been interesting to have a look at this guitar. And maybe you'll get one day. Maybe you'll get this one if you find where I'm selling it. Thanks for watching. Happy music making.